Inmost, released October of 2019. Available on Nintendo Switch, PC, and iOS. Retailing for $14.99. Inmost is a side-scrolling puzzle platformer, broken up into 3 parts. Initially, it will be very unclear how these parts actually relate to one another, as you alternate between following a girl in a neglectful and possibly abusive situation, following a man who is dealing with weird shadow creatures, and finding tools to deal with obstacles, and lastly, following some kind of knight or warrior. He has a weapon, but cannot jump, instead relying on some kind of rope gun to get higher or cross gaps. As you get further and further into the game, you will start seeing more surreal things start happening to your characters, and it becomes unclear which one of these stories is actually happening, if any of them are at all. And it's also unclear whose perspective these are actually being told from. Are these all just in the head of the man? Or of the little girl? Or are these all stories being told by some third party we haven't met yet? As the gameplay is primarily puzzle-based, you're never in any real danger in this game. And while there are parts where the shadow creatures can kill your character, the game will take you back to shortly before your death to try again. And of course, there are some encounters that could qualify as boss fights. In general, you're not really fighting in these encounters, rather just figuring out how to dodge till the boss destroys itself in some way. As you get deeper, the story connections between the 3 characters will become much more clear. I will not spoil those revelations here, however, as that would rob the experience of actually playing this game. But is Inmost worth your time and money? Well, to play the game from start to finish only takes about 5 hours, and once played, there is very little replay value. There are collectibles that you can go out of your way to find that will have some small effect on the ending, but not enough to really make them worth searching for in my opinion. And while I did find this game captivating to the point that I played through it in one long setting, I doubt seriously that I will ever play this game again, as much as I do enjoy its melancholy tone, and its primarily monochromatic graphics with splashes of color. As this is a puzzle platformer, but none of the puzzles are all that difficult. Rather, as long as you're noticing little details, you'll always know what dangers lie ahead, as every monster that might be a jump scare is telegraphed in some small way. So while this game is quite cheap at only $15, I can't quite bring myself to recommend it with only a 5-hour runtime and absolutely no replay value. But I do feel this game is worth playing, so I would recommend waiting for a sale before picking up Inmost, as if this were a $10 purchase to begin with, I would be recommending it. It may not be very long, but it's an experience that will stay with you and make you reflect on things like hatred, abuse, fear, and love. Please do subscribe, comment, like, and tell your friends.